Believe it or not, your fur babies can live on.
For a price.
Animal cloning next on the Sonic Boomers podcast. Welcome to Sonic Boomers podcast, and I'm Pete.
And I'm Maureen.
And yeah, it sounds like science fiction, all right? Something maybe out of a Frankenstein movie. But our science and our technology has progressed so far that we can now create genetic duplicates of our beloved pets.
And there's no shortage of celebrities who are already doing just that. They've coughed up $50,000 to have their pets cloned.
That's a lot of scuttle for you and me.
It's a lot for anybody.
But, well, not for the celebrities.
Maybe not for the celebrities. And it's like getting your pet reincarnated, so to speak. Some of the celebrities that have done this thus far is Tom Brady, your favorite Barbara Streisand.
Well, I do love Babs.
I know. And Paris Hilton.
And of course, none of them are hurting for any scratch.
Exactly. So,
well, this company called Viagen Pets and Equine is among the first to hop on the bandwagon and offer this service. Now, it has since been acquired by Colossal Biosciences, whose interest goes beyond catering to the rich and famous' whims to keep their pets going. They have a larger mission, and that is to find ways to preserve species that are endangered and on the verge of extinction. Gee, maybe they'll do something for the koalas.
oh,
They also are experimenting with bringing back some extinct species, such as the woolly mammoth and the dire wolves. And of course, I can't wait for them to bring back the velociraptor.
I was going to say, it reeks of Jurassic Park, doesn't it?
It does.
And it's just amazing that this is going on in our lifetimes. Now, you might ask, what exactly is cloning? It's the creation of identical genetic material that becomes a twin of the donor species. And they implant it, they first create an embryo, and once the embryo is growing, they implant it into a surrogate. So you need a surrogate to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And to this end, looking forward to the future, if you should want to maybe do this for your pet, you can now buy DNA saving kits at pet stores, believe it or not. And you can save the material for future cloning if you desire and have the money. Right now, you're going to have to pay between $50,000 for your common dogs and cats, up to $80,000 or more for a larger animal, like, say, a horse. Once the embryos are saved, they put them in a cryo storage facility for future use.
Well, don't they do this with human embryos now?
I believe it's the same principle,
that they freeze them for possible development at a later date.
But the embryos that the humans are doing are usually not clones. They're just taking, like, you could like say you could save your eggs, or I could save my eggs. You don't have any eggs. All my eggs are in my basket.
My eggs are in the refrigerator, ready for breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, scramble them. But it's a little different, and it would be material from me and from the father putting together to create the embryo. In this case, the embryo is created from one source. So it's a little different.
The Colossal Biosciences company offers a 100% guarantee to produce for you a viable, healthy clone, and a refund is given if it doesn't work out.
And now what would you pay?
Like, what happened if Fluffy comes out of this with like two heads?
I know it's scary. And then and talking about like the dignity of life and stuff, like, are you gonna just it's now it's a live creature? Are you gonna throw it out because it doesn't meet your standards? And then where do you draw the line? Oh, I was hoping that for Fluffy's fur to be light brown and it came out white.
Yeah.
I don't want a white dog. I wanted a brown dog. Throw it out. Maybe the price tag becomes the factor at that point, because you're going to say, well, I'm not going to waste $50,000. And, as long as the animal's basically okay, I'm going to keep it. But it leads to an awful lot of questions.
Well, here's a big question.
Yeah.
Okay, you're using the DNA theoretically to create a duplicate of your pet.
Right.
Does that guarantee that that duplicate is going to have the same behavioral characteristics and the same behavior?
Yeah.
Fluffy 1 was great with kids, but Fluffy 2.0 attacked my kid.
Right. Well, that's what it's important to understand what you're going to get when you clone your pet. You're going to get a genetic duplicate. It's going to look exactly like Fluffy. It's going to be the same size. It's going to have the same like physical traits, but there may be differences in personality, like you said. You're a super affectionate rover who would run and jump up on your lap and lick your face and be happy to see you, might be not what you get when you clone. You might get a growler who's ready to rip your face off.
Yeah. So you're getting a duplicate looks-wise,
Right.
but personality-wise, no guarantee.
Yeah, personality or behaviors. I think the things that maybe Fluffy knew how to do, this other species is not going to.
Can you build me one that like doesn't pee on the floor in the house? Like
Maybe that's down the road.
Can you put some DNA in there for that to not happen?
Maybe that's down the road. I don't know. But those kind of things are not influenced by the genetics and the science. Those are what they would call environmental and life experiences that would generate those kind of things in the animal. So it's not quite all you think you're getting, I think.
So possibly if you raised Fluffy 1.0
Yeah,
from the time it was, say, a kitten or a puppy,
right,
and you raise Fluffy 2.0
right.
the exact same way, chances are better that it's going to behave the way Fluffy 1.0 did because of the experience in the environment.
You would think so, chances are, but look at us in humans. We have 3 children,
Yeah.
all raised essentially the same way, the same house and environment, family, friends around, and 3 more different kids you'll never
That's
find.
true. That's true.
And I don't know if the technology is quite as advanced as we think it is to really know what you're going to get.
And our 3 kids are all middle-aged adults now.
Yeah, no.
And we're still trying to figure them out. But Maureen is right. I think that they had pretty much the same input growing up, but wow, yeah, they are 3 totally different people.
Right.
In a lot of ways.
Right.
So what do you think? Would you clone your pet if you had the $50,000 to $80,000 to do it and money was not an object? Should we even be doing this? Is this a moral issue? Comment below. Thanks for joining us on the Sonic Boomers. I'm Pete.
And I'm Maureen.
We'll see you next time.